Yeah, welcome back. We're very sorry for that technical hitch. This is yours truly at Sapiki. We're coming live to you from Springs of Restoration Center, courtesy of Springs TV, and this is The Tight Corner. And tonight, I'm joined by Reverend James Kaemba. Karibu sana.
One more time, asante. Hii tight corner ina mambo tight kweli.
Hii tight corner iko na mambo tight.
Yeah.
We are sorry for that technical hitch.
Yeah.
But you were explaining, how was your week?
I was saying that the week was fine.
Uh-huh.
And we are looking at various issues happening around us.
Okay.
Kuna especially the issue of the drought.
Mm-hmm.
It's ravaging and many people are really struggling.
Uh-huh.
But God is faithful.
Very true.
These are those days where the Bible says that the righteous shall live by faith.
Very true.
So we are really seeing a lot of faith being put into action.
Uh-huh.
Even as we look upon the Lord to help us come out of such kind of situations.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm grateful to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hiyo hitch ambayo imefanyika is just a reminder
Okay.
that we should be ready for Christ's second coming.
All right.
Because there are people who will think they are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Lakini mazao watakutwa wakiwa unready when they were ready.
All right.
See, I saw everything was okay. We did a
Everything was
dry
set.
run.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mazee technology.
Technology.
Afadhali Yesu. Afadhali Yesu.
Technology inaweza kuangusha. Yesu
Bye.
hawezi.
God is a faithful God.
Yeah, very true.
Thank you.
The week has been very busy, and a lot has been trending,
Yeah.
and a lot has happened since the last time that we were live. And in the field where I work,
Yeah.
there's something they call GMO,
Okay.
and and most of the international buyers that we supply to, they require us to declare that the product that we are supplying them are GMO free. And they've not been produced using any GMO techniques.
Yeah.
And so there's something that came about the GMO. I don't know, what is your sentiment on this?
You see, the thing that will destroy mankind is their own innovations.
All right?
And you see, when you talk about genetically modified, it means you've interfered with the general being of that crop,
Yeah.
or how God intended it to be. So I would say from a spiritual angle that we are drastically or slowly and steadily moving away from the natural way
Yeah.
of being of things. And that's why we even now have test tube babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, a baby who should naturally grow in the womb of a woman is now being nurtured in a test tube.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they are able to grow and to become human beings. So you realize that in such a situation there is no mother-child relationship. And there is also this thing called the sperm bank, where people are going to the sperm bank and getting sperms and, helping themselves on how to get kids. So you end up with a child who is a true bastard.
Yeah.
A true bastard, because now this child, you cannot point to a man and say, this is your father. You cannot point to maybe a woman and say, this is your mother. Because this is just a sperm that was picked at random.
Yeah.
There is just an ovum that was maybe picked also random.
Yeah.
Put in a culture and nurtured and has become a child.
Yeah, very true.
And you see, when the Bible says about end time, should be 2 Timothy, I think 3 or 4, talks about perilous times. Mwisho anamalizia anasema men without natural affection.
Yeah.
So natural affection, there is naturality in the being of creation.
Yeah.
When that naturality lacks, then there's an aspect of some things coming that are not okay.
All right.
So for me, if you ask me about GMOs, I think we have really interfered with our grounds. That is the soil. We have overdone fertilizers.
Yeah.
To the extent that the soil can no longer support certain types of crops.
Yeah.
And as a result, now we have to modify these crops genetically so that we can have high yields.
Yeah.
But, well, we may say they are safe. But for how long?
Yeah, for how long?
We may say they are okay, but for how long?
Yeah.
And I would say that really this is not something to rush.
Yeah, very true.
It's something that needs a lot of consideration. But then again, who are we?
Yeah.
We are children of God.
Very true.
And the Bible is clear on what we eat or drink. Says that even though you take poison, it will not kill you.
Yeah.
You remember the time they put a lot of mercury in, was it in salt
Yeah,
or sugar?
in sugar.
In sugar.
Yeah.
They put a lot of mercury, and we were told all the sugar you've been consuming has mercury.
Yeah.
I remember telling my people in church, even if there is enough mercury to make us walking thermometers, we will still live.
Yeah, very true.
Because of what we believe in. So these are the days where the righteous shall live by faith and not by sight.
Yeah, very true.
Because all these things have an impact on our day-to-day living. But we shall live by faith.
Yeah.
We shall not be cowed down. Bring it on. Whatever mnaleta lete. Sisi tuna imani.
Very true, very true.
Tutatandika hiyo vitu kutandika. Kwanza mimi Mluya. Na ugali.
Yeah.
Ati modify mahindi genetically.
Yeah.
With an intent or whatever. You know, some of these innovations have an intent.
Yeah.
I was shocked one time I read a story and I discovered that some of the diseases we suffer are actually businesses for other people.
Yeah.
They invent diseases so that there is a problem to be solved.
Yeah.
Then they can sell medicine.
Yeah, just like poverty. There's someone who said poverty is an industry. There are people who will not want you to close the gap between the poor and the rich.
You can say that again and again and again. This poverty that is engineered.
Yeah.
Engineered poverty.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, why do we have countries in this world who have so many resources?
Yeah.
Talk of Zambia.
Yeah.
Copper. Talk of DRC Congo. Gold.
Yeah.
Talk of Akina Ghana.
Africa is
oil.
rich. Yeah.
You know, all these resources, but yet you find a country is still lavishing in poverty.
Yeah.
Civil war.
Yeah.
Financed. Well choreographed and planned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I watched a clip where a certain woman in the European legislature or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how the Europeans are just financing chaos in Africa as they siphon their resources.
Yeah.
There is nothing like empowerment. Sometimes you watch in movies, whether it is fiction, whether it is just...
but there is always some truth behind it.
That, you know, a certain country has these resources. We need to introduce malaria in that country so that they can concentrate on our aid towards handling this issue of malaria.
And for us, we'll be benefiting in the other way around.
You know, so it's like somebody coming to your house and then telling you, oh, your house is on fire.
Yeah.
Kuja huku nje tuzime moto upande ingine.
Yeah.
When you come out to go and try to put off the fire this side. Anaita wale wengine anawaambia kujeni sasa. Beba vitu. So the wealth is being siphoned out of Africa while we are busy trying to handle some of these other issues. So when it comes to that issue of GMO, I would really request that Africa takes Africa is a rich country.
Yeah, it is.
With or without genetically modified crops. We are just naturally a rich country.
Yeah.
We just need to, my friend, when I was young, we would plant maize and harvest. And have enough until the next season. But today, tumetumia mafertilizer na some of these fertilizers pia zinatoka huko sehemu zingine. Na venye zinakam hivi wanakuja kama wamezi intoxicate already. So zinakuja zinaharibu mchanga. So it increases the over dependency on this fertilizer. So the soil becomes an addict. Unaona? It becomes an addict. Somebody said that some of these painkillers are addictive. You take a painkiller, the next time you have a headache, you want to take another painkiller. Next time you have a headache, you want to so it becomes addictive in a way. Yeah,
very true. I'm just concerned because, maize is something that we are going to eat. And I've been in the flour industry for quite some years. And, these people, the people who buy our flowers in Europe, in other countries, they require that we don't supply them with flowers that are GMO. In fact, they require us to get a declaration from the person who is doing the breeding to confirm that indeed it is not GMO produced. But yet here we are. We want to consume GMO in its totality.
Son, the interesting part is this. They don't want genetically modified flowers.
Imagine.
Flowers.
Not edible.
Don't you can't you read between the lines?
There's something.
You see, there's always a problem with we Africans. I don't know what entered into our reasoning. Because if somebody doesn't want a flower that is genetically modified, a flower that is just meant for beauty, and then wither away, and it's thrown away, why would you want to eat a genetically modified substance? In the name of it will overcome drought, it will overcome what and what. You see, not every place is meant to have a certain type of crop.
Very true.
And that is why long time ago there used to be something called barter trade.
Yes, yes.
Such that Waluya wa huko kwetu wakipanda mahindi zao, they can get a Kamba person mwenye ako na mbaazi.
And then they exchange. Yeah.
So, and barter trade has been made better in today's world. How? There is there is better transport. You know, the Akamba people were used to be known for being long distance traders.
Very true.
So they would go long distances.
Yeah.
So nowadays they don't need to go long distances. But trailers ziko huku zimejaa. Ma pikipiki pia zimesaidia. So kama Nyandarua wako na cabbages mob, lakini hawana mahindi. Mtu wa Kitale analeta mahindi huko, na mtu hiyo lori imeleta mahindi, inarudi na cabbages Kitale.
Very true.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Kisumu wako na fish, lakini maybe hawafanyi livestock breeding.
Yeah.
So mtu mwenye ako Wajia atateremsha huko livestock. Na yeye lori yake ikirudi, hopefully ameiweka maybe some freezer or something like that. Atapanda na fish. And I don't understand why I think it's just poor planning.
It's poor planning.
And policy management.
Yeah, and lack of understanding. Yeah. And now I want us to move swiftly forward. And before I move to the next question that I have, I want to take you to Uganda.
Why are you taking me to Uganda?
So let me tell you a story. There's a guy called Chemuo Guerrero, who is a smuggler. Chemuo Guerrero. And he used to operate between Kenya and Uganda.
Okay.
And so he used to smuggle things, and the border cops used to hear stories from his neighbors that this guy is a smuggler. But every morning they will stop him as he goes to Uganda, and they will search him, and there's nothing illegal that will be on him. The other morning he will come with his bicycle, and there will be nothing on him. So one day, one border cop decided, no, need to follow Chemuo Guerrero to Uganda.
To see what he does.
to see what he does, because everybody is saying this guy is a smuggler. And so he realized.
I seem to have an idea what he's
He realized Chemuo Guerrero, he's a drunkard. And so the only way to get some information from him is to buy him some alcohol. And he made him high. And so when Chemuo Guerrero was so high, he asked him, Chemuo Guerrero, so people say you're a smuggler. We've been searching you all throughout. Shebo, we've been searching you and there's nothing illegal on you. What do you smuggle, Chemuo Guerrero? Chemuo Guerrero said, but I smuggled bicycles.
Because the guy crosses without a bicycle and comes back with a bicycle.
Yeah, imagine.
I saw that coming.
So what do you think about this President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's son with the sentiments that he threw to Kenyans?
I don't work for the government of Kenya, but as a Kenyan, I would say that were reckless remarks.
Very true.
Very reckless remarks, and he should be ashamed of himself.
Very true.
Any grown up in his right mind wouldn't dare utter such kind of things.
Very true.
Leave alone writing. You know, when writing, you're writing and you're thinking through. In my own humble opinion, I would say I feel sorry for that state.
Yeah, it was too bad.
Because if that is the kind of a person that is in charge of a military, uttering such... You see, military, being in military is such a sacred position that you measure your words. Because it could be taken as command. Because you carry power with you.
Yeah.
Una imagine Major General tu mkubwa ama lieutenant huyo mkubwa hivyo akikuja naseme kuanzia kesho hakutakuwa na hii na hii na hii, and the army is ready to take to take the instructions. Because in some quarters when we were just having our own conversations, you know, there's a way what who define kitu.
Very true.
So sisi mali tulikuanga tuna define an army as a group of people who take instructions, act on them, and ask why later.
Yeah, very true.
They don't ask why before.
Yeah.
So what if the army heard that and said, oh, our boss is talking about taking
it was very
over
reckless.
Nairobi.
Can you imagine?
We need to mobilize. We need to get going. My friends, that is not... In fact, this guy should be... kama kuna hii kitu inaitwanga sijui international criminal justice or whatever. They should be looking for
it was very reckless.
Very, very reckless.
Yeah, and because of time, I want to move forward, come back to Kenya. And they voted my MP as the leader of majority. And then people have made a lot of noise around this. Your sentiments for their democracy in choosing the majority leader in our parliament?
Well, I think the main issue that was there in parliament this week was who is the majority. So before then, we had two majority leaders.
Yes.
two majority, they call it themselves who? Majority designate.
Yeah.
We had two of them, and I remember they were brought on panels, you know, on TV stations, and each one of them would be saying, "I am the majority."
Yeah, yeah.
I think Kenya is becoming of age, and our democracy is also maturing, and people are going to be more cautious and careful.
Very true.
In their political engagements. Enzi za kumaroon watu tu na kuwaleta na kuwafanya tumeingia hapa na tumewafungia hapa. I think people are now getting brighter and better. And it's also a lesson to the entire parliamentarians.
Very true.
When you make law that it does not just serve you today. That law you might be served your own, you know, you can be served your own poison.
Very true.
Because this ni sheria yao tu inawakula wenyewe.
Very true, yeah.
Yeah, so we saw that happen. But above all, Kenya is in a great transition.
Very true.
And
very
transitions
true.
are not easy.
Very true.
Transitions are not easy.
Very true.
Because not everyone will agree with what's happening. Not everyone will disagree. But some way, somehow, we have to transition.
We have to transition.
Things have to move.
Yeah, very true.
Things have to go in a certain direction. Things have to be decided on, whichever way.
Yeah.
So I would want to say that I saw what happened, and I would say, well, wacha sisi kama church tuombe.
Very true. We need to pray.
Yeah. We pray for our leaders. Mungu awasaidie.
Yeah.
Because also during that time we saw some people, first timers, exhibiting their first timedness or something like that. You know, timeless. You're a first timer. You want to be very careful how you make your first remarks.
Yeah.
So again, we saw such kind of things happening.
Very true. Wow. I see our time is far much gone, and I want to move to the next question that I have. And the cases of suicide are on the rise.
Yeah.
And the economic pressures are also on the rise. I don't know, what is your sentiment on this? What could be the cause?
This thing has really has really disturbed me, by the way.
It's terrible.
And we have quite a number of challenges. The suicide rate has started to go up again. There's high rate of suicide. Even in especially in the security force. We have people seeming to give up in life. This is my take. Please have a spiritual authority over your life.
Yeah, very true.
Have somebody you can talk to. Have a mentor. Have somebody you look up to. Have a friend you can talk to. Don't die alone. Listen, you see, at the end of the day, life is not just about you and you alone.
Yeah, very true.
There are other people around you that God has put in your life. And the work of these people is not just to stare at you and behold your beauty. They are also people you can talk to. You see, a problem shared is half solved.
Half solved, yeah.
And sometimes people say, what if I tell him and he goes to tell other people? My friend, do you know how much information we know about other people?
It's a lot.
You won't be the first one to, to be told about. People tell on others every other day.
Very true.
And sometimes, what if you decide to believe everything you hear about you? You'll be so shocked that there are people who know you more than you do.
Yeah, you'll be shocked.
Hey, kuna msee anaweza kusema story yako mpaka ukamuuliza, alafu nikaendaje? Nilikufa ma, did I die in that story?
Mpaka uko interested.
What? Ati nikaenda. Nikadu hivi na hivi. Alafu nilishikwa na karawa ama kuliendaje? Because this guy seems to have a grasp of your life. Like you don't even imagine. It's like you are watching a movie of yourself.
Very true.
You are an actor in that movie. So guys, please, let's talk. Open up. And especially wazee. Wazee ndio ukufa na stress sana. Maybe because wanasema ni kukufa kimwanaume. Hey, mazee, open up to somebody. Speak, and as usual, if you cannot get somebody to talk to, there are numbers behind up at your screen. These numbers are there for you. I've spoken to several people. I've spoken to, just through this show, I've received a lot of feedback and our other online shows. And I was dealing with somebody who was telling me, please, when I die, find a way of telling my family that I had tried my best.
Oh, no.
And I was asking them, so what is this? And I realized it was just something that could be spoken about or talked about and overcome. And we were able to talk it out, involved the wife, and later on involved the kids. And can you imagine somebody was just going to die like that?
Oh, no.
And that's why we are very particular on these shows. Even if we have one viewer, it could be that one viewer that God is sending us to speak to.
Very true.
So issues to do with suicide are because of pride. ni kwa sababu tu ya kiburi ya kwamba mimi siwezi fanyiwa hivi ama mimi sifai kupitia certain situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we are all human beings. We are all prone to disappointments. We are all prone to being mistreated. We are all prone to being mishandled.
Yeah.
So when you're mishandled, just know it's part of being human.
Very true.
When you're mistreated, just know it's part of being human.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that mistreatment? Again, it is your choice.
Yeah.
It is your decision.
Yeah.
How you want to handle that.
Very true.
But if it is overwhelming you, please, maze, usikufe tu hivyo, usidai tu
Yeah,
hivyo.
very true.
Future ya watu wengi sana na kutegemea.
Yeah.
Kuna mabeshte zako ukikufa watalia na watasikia kuna mtu amewaondokea.
Yeah.
As much as you feel like you are useless, maze kuna mse place akikuangalia hivi anaonanga hope.
Very true.
Akiangalia venye ume struggle hivyo na bado huja give up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeye mwenyewe anasema sita give up.
Yeah.
Kama ni so and so bado ana struggle hivi na haja give up. Mimi sita give up. So please, kuna wase mob sana wanakuangalia, kuna wase mob sana wanakutarajia kwamba you can be a beacon of hope to them. So don't give up, please. Find somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Call these numbers that are on the screen.
Yeah.
We will talk, we will discuss, and we'll get to a solution.
Very true.
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. Our time is running. Oh, Jesus. Now I want to move to the next question that I have. And in the just concluded week, there's a guy called, I think, Ambrose or something. He came out saying that he was a Freemason.
He
and
is.
Yeah, he said, I'm a Freemason, and actually this is not a bad thing. And we don't sacrifice people. We actually help them. And when I was growing up, hearing this kind of sentiment from someone would scare you. But now they are coming out outrightly. Have times changed, or what do you make of this?
One, I said Kenya is going through transition.
Yeah, yeah.
During transitions, some things change.
Mm-hmm.
A number of them change.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, two things could have happened. One, these guys have been smoked out of their hiding.
Yeah.
Two, there is also a probability that they are on a hunting spree.
Could be, yeah.
No, because what secret did he tell you about their thing? Do you really think he said anything about
No,
them?
he didn't say anything. It was like a PR or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And trying to create an interest.
Yeah.
So that was like an invitation to treat.
Very true.
Those people who are in
it's
business
like
will
a letter of
understand.
intent. Yeah.
I would call it that because really, when you hear a society that is a secret society, a secret society operates in secrecy.
Very true.
It does not let people know what it does.
Yeah.
It does not let people understand it.
Yeah.
Because it wants to remain mysterious.
Very true.
So when did they change from being a secret society to a public society?
Imagine going on a national TV.
Something is amiss.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only two reasons as to why they came out.
Mm-hmm.
One, because they've been smoked out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've done intense prayers.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Intense prayers.
Yeah, we have.
And people have to be known by their fruits.
Yeah.
And one of the prayers is that there should be true unmasking
Yeah.
of the powers that be.
Yeah.
Then number two could be they have realized they are losing ground.
Yeah.
And they need to recruit more people. Because if indeed the website is full, as he tried to allude to, then they wouldn't need to publicize what they are doing.
Yeah, very true.
In fact, they would really, really want to remain a clique of a chosen few.
Yeah.
And remain in secrecy.
Very true.
As they've always been. And then when they talk about charity, when they help people, they help this and this. Let me ask you, is Safaricom Foundation a charitable organization?
No, it's not.
Okay, let me put it this way. Has Safaricom, for instance, I know we are live,
Yeah.
I'm using a brand that is well known in Kenya. Has it helped people?
Yes, it has.
Can you pinpoint at a place and say, hapa ni Safaricom ilisaidia, hapa ni Safaricom ilisaidia?
Yeah, yeah.
You can.
Yeah, I can.
Isn't it?
The Safaricom Foundation.
Yes.
Yes.
Because utaenda uone kuna shule ilijengwa,
Yeah,
kuna
yeah,
watu
yeah. There's
walisaidiwa.
a lot they have done.
So
They've
did
painted
the-
a building. They've
Did-
done
did-
this to a
did-
school.
Did the guy point out to anything?
Nothing.
So is it a charity organization?
No.
There you have your answer.
It was just a PR and trying to invite people.
Yeah.
And also those that don't know what it is to start researching on it. Wow. Before we end the show, I want to get to my last question. And we've already talked about suicide.
Yeah.
And my next question is basically related to this. And our people have been moving into the Middle East. And they've been reported deaths from this and some suffering. I don't know, what will be your sentiment on this? What causes all this? We have a
Listen.
very beautiful country.
Yeah.
Yes, there is lack of employment. But we still see our people.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
a chicken in Kakamega
Yeah.
taken to London,
Mm-hmm.
Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
doesn't change into an eagle.
No, it doesn't.
It is just a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, it is good to look for greener pastures, but at what cost?
Yeah.
You see, is it better for you to live to eat or to eat to live? It's what comes before.
Yeah, what comes before what?
All right? You cannot constantly, you know, I saw a clip and I was like, oh my God, we really need help. I saw a clip of that lady that had just returned home.
Imagine.
And she was crying on live cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And behind her was a team that is going where she's coming from. And I was like, Jesus.
He was just there in the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So you see, it's like, life is like a lift.
Yeah.
Kuna wale wanangojea lift isimame washuke. In fact, wakiwa ndani walikuwa wanaomba hii lift isikwame.
Yeah.
Ifike floor yenye naenda, isimame nitoke ndani.
Yeah.
But kuna wale wako kwa hiyo floor na wao wanangoja hii lift ifike. Waingie ndani waende.
Yeah.
But that being said and done, I think there's also an issue with our attitude towards work.
Okay.
You'll be surprised how much money they earn even in those countries. And comparing that and you being in Kenya and putting some efforts to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I read something today that can give you a proper explanation of what I'm trying to do, to put across.
All right.
You see, those jobs they go, they pay.
Yes, they pay. There's an amount they pay, yeah.
And sometimes even to the tune of hundreds
of thousands, yes.
100 and something,
maybe
80,000.
Yeah.
What if this young man took the 80,000, opened a kabiashara somewhere, and began to earn maybe 10,000 a month, or 5,000 a month, and build up that empire slowly? Because the issue of get rich quick is killing our generation.
It is, yeah.
Now, I saw a story, I don't know how true it is, but I saw that there is a really a senior person that consulted a mganga. I don't know. I didn't follow it live.
All right.
But I just read some sentiments flowing on social media. And I saw that he was asked, so how did you end up at a mganga's place? He said, I saw an advert. That there is this and this mganga that can help. This and this. So I went there and he said that he would triple my money. So how much money did you give? I gave 76 million.
Wow.
Triple.
Oh, Jesus.
So why did you give the money? Because I wanted him to triple the money so that I can make good money. And the judge says, but you already had good money. He says, no, I didn't even have the money. So how did you get the money? I had to sell land.
Oh, Jesus.
To do a certain project. So then he's asked, what project? Was the project to take to this Mganga guy or something? He says, no, it was to build a tower in my name. And then the judge asked, okay, so you want to build a tower in your name. Then you decide to take all this money to a Mganga to
give another guy,
my friend. And then the next question, which I doubt if the judge asked that. But you know Kenyans and social media. Or somebody asks, the judge asks that, so which school did you go to? And then he says, Alliance High School. You see what
betrayed the name.
You see where the conversation is heading. The conversation is heading to, did that school help you? Yani hiyo shule ulisoma ilikusaidia.
Can you imagine the people who've come out of that school?
How much can you do with 76 million?
Oh, Jesus. That will change my life.
Tu kuna msee amekwambia yani how gullible can Kenyans be?
Oh, Jesus.
Ati unaenda uze ng'ombe, uze shamba, upate 200k, uende ununue job ya kulipo 25,000 per month. So before urudishe hiyo 200,000 kwanza, hizo ni miezi ngapi?
Hizo ni miezi.
Is it 8 months? Close to a whole year.
Close to a whole year.
Because hiyo ni sasa 25. Remember, you'd be having expenses, blah, blah, blah. You need to send home some little coins.
It will take you a whole year.
So it will take you actually close to 2 years. Because assuming it is 25,000 and you have to send back home around 15,000. Juu kila mse akibaki huko anasemanga fulani alienda majuu. Anafaa sort bills, anafaa handle 1, 2, 3. So at the end of the day, these people will end up spending like 2 years.
Very true.
To be able to recover the money and then to meet the expectations of people. But then, what if hizi so mbili ungeziweka tu kwa biashara? To recover this 200k will take you less than a year. And then you'll have a business of your own.
True.
Then you will even be able to provide an employment to another person.
Yes.
And the business grows and grows and grows again. But we need to work on our mentality, our belief in ourselves.
Very true.
And above all, just know that God anaweza tu kukublessia
Very
bless yenye
true. Yeah,
uko.
yeah,
You just
very
need to align yourself to the will of God.
Very true.
Jialainie tu kwa will ya God. Because hata wase tunasoma kwa Bible,
Yeah,
wengi walikuwa wanabarikiwa tu jangwani.
very true. Yeah.
So na Kenya si jangwa pasi. This place is good.
Yeah.
This place is a wonderful place.
Yeah, yeah.
You can actually experience God even here.
Very true.
You can
Yeah,
experience
we've
God.
seen people making it.
Yeah.
Even they are the same age as those people who are going out. So I think it's just a mentality. And there's something that Bob Collymore, the late Bob Collymore, called the kiosk mentality. Yeah, once you see that guy, what he's doing, he as well wants to do it. If he opens a kiosk there, he also wants to open. So they hear good stories from their friends. Oh, I'm here, I'm making a lot of money. Yeah, but that is just an isolated case. It doesn't guarantee you that once you go there, things will be good for you.
And also, you have to consider this, other than just the people coming back in caskets.
Yeah.
Ati watoto wanarudi ati wameuawa, stuff kama hizo.
Yeah, yeah.
There are still others that are there and they are more like in exile
Yes.
than at work.
Yes.
We also have people who have gone there, worked well,
Yeah.
tried to save they couldn't, and after 2-4 years came back more miserable
Yes.
than they left.
Yeah. And you see, these countries are also not very stupid.
Yeah.
They can't allow you to just come, work, send money home. They've put some very strict policies.
Yeah.
And for you to get this money back to your place, there's a hefty charge on it.
Hey, mazee.
So you end up spending all the money there. When you come back, you have nothing.
Mimi nakwambia tu kweli Kibe. East or west, home
Is the best, yes.
Na I know if people are making it in our country
Yes.
today. Msee alianza na kuuza charcoal, amefika place fulani.
Yes.
Saizi tuko na example ya president.
Alianza kuuza kuku.
Whether we want to dispute that story or we don't want to dispute it, he once did that.
Yeah, he once did it.
And that is it.
Yeah.
It's a part of him that you can't erase.
Very true, very true.
You know?
Yeah.
His father is not a former politician per se. He doesn't come from a royal family
Yeah,
per se.
yeah.
And you see, who is Rigathi Gachagua, the deputy? Where does he even come from? The guy just became an MP for one term.
Imagine.
And he's now the deputy president.
Yes, that's my guy.
Oh my God. You see, even the first time MPs in parliament, the MCS that we have,
Yeah.
we are having a breed of people who are just making it from nowhere.
Nowhere, yes.
You see, these are the kind of stories we need to look at
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
how much we can achieve from home. And I would also take that now from a spiritual angle, because the tight corner puts the world
Yeah.
into perspective
Yes.
through the eyes of the Spirit.
Of the spirit, yes.
You see, the same thing happens with the Christians here in this country, for example.
Yeah.
We leave fathers in this country.
Yeah.
Tunakimbilia mababa foreigners.
Imagine.
Tunakimbilia sijui, oh, this country has strong fathers.
Oh.
This country has strong fathers.
Yes.
My friends, we have ended up having so many foreign fathers, but we don't have many foreign sons
That's true.
that can say my father is back at home in Kenya.
Yes. And what's funny, most of those fathers, they don't even know they have sons here. Because it's just...
It's unfortunate that I found one saying, this is my father, this is my... And he's a senior man of God. So I asked him, oh, wow, I really envy you. Hey, your father is a great man. Wow. When did you last talk to him? I said, hey, unajua bana kushika papa si rahisi. Papa is not easy to get him. I said, oh, he's not easy. So when did you last talk to him? Hey, wewe acha tu. Hey, papa kumpata, my friend, ukimpata.
Ni shida.
Shukuru Mungu. Nikamwambia, it's okay. So I was just asking, when did you last talk to him? The date he gave me was about 6-7 months ago.
Oh, no.
And it was when Papa was raising money for a mission. That is when they spoke. The sons of the prophet.
Oh, no. Oh,
They were raising some money to send the prophet to a certain mission. So I asked him, so who really nurtures you? Who really takes care of you?
Yeah,
That's why we have so many pastors that are rogue today, because they don't have that nourishment.
Yeah.
We have so many sons that are vagabonds,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the wanderers.
Yeah.
They are, because they want to do their stuff and there is no father around
Yeah,
that
very
can,
true.
that can call you and tell you, nataka nikuone by jioni.
Yeah, they put you into check.
Because you see, these people are so far away. They are so busy in their schedules.
Yes, they don't even know what you're doing here.
I don't know if I should say you come last in their list.
That's true.
You don't even maybe exist in their list. Ni wewe tu unashindanga tu hapa papa. So kazi yako ni kucommentingi kwa Facebook post zake.
Yeah.
Na kucommentingi venye powerful. Oh, this is grace. This is grace. You know? But this man doesn't even take time to call you directly
Very true.
and tell you, while I was in prayer for you,
Mm-hmm.
I felt the Lord say to me that you need to do one,
1,
two,
2, 3, yes.
You know,
Yeah.
like my father, Bishop Magaya.
Mm-hmm.
He'd call me and tell me, today I was praying for you and I didn't feel you were in the place you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, what were you up to today? And I would, you know.
That's a tough question.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Vile mtu yeye anaanza kusema unajua dad
Yeah.
tulikuwa tuna mimi nilikuwa yeye ndio alikuwa
mbuzi ilikula kitabu kula homework.
The dog ate my homework. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that accountability.
Yeah.
You see, and also that fact that I know
Yeah.
there are people around me who can access my father.
Mm-hmm.
So ninaweza nikasemwa
Very true, yes, yeah.
People want to have fathers that are very inaccessible.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody can be able to tell on you to your authority.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is important that we realize that. So history ya wasee kutaka sijui wanaenda sijui Saudia kufanya jobs, sijui wanaenda wapi job, nini. Some of them are actually trying to run away from our own issues, which have our own solutions.
Yes, yes.
Because Kenyan problems require Kenyan solutions.
Yeah, very true.
You know,
very true.
And some of even the fathers we are talking about, grace is grace, but you see, to each one is given grace according to the gift they have.
Yes, yes.
Now, these gifts do not operate in the same way in different areas.
Yeah.
Mapepo za Nigeria zinasumbuanga in a different dimension and direction compared to mapepo za Kenya.
Very true, yeah. Yeah.
So, you require, there's a time we were interacting with a certain Mzungu preacher, and he was telling us, I like the way Kenyan men would pray, because when a Kenyan man prays, even the demons vibrate.
Yeah.
But back at home, we have a chat with the demons.
With the demons.
We negotiate. It's a negotiated democracy in the spirit. And sisi Kenya, we don't negotiate.
We reassure them.
Hey, this one. You know, everybody with their own style.
Very true, yeah.
Kuna wale wenye tunaaminigi pepo nikikukemea tufai kubishana na wewe.
Yeah.
I need to cast you out na unaenda.
We've been given all authority.
Kuna wale hatupigangi story na mashaito. Umetoka wapi, unaenda wapi. But of course, I'm not disputing, I'm not saying that those who do it, they are not born again or whatever. Everybody with their grace.
Very true.
For me, I don't chat with the devil. For what? He's the father of lies.
Ikunyorosha.
Anaweza ndanganya. Na akiamkia hapo anza kusema hata wewe ni wetu. Sasa watu watasema.
Yeah.
You know the demon can say.
Remember those people who went to pray for this? I think they went to pray for someone or what? And the demon spoke to them. We know so and so. And so and so. So who are you? So the demons zinaweza kuaibisha.
Mapepo zinaweza amua. Na unajua tu shetani yako kwa mission ya kuembarrass. Na unajua kama mission yake kwa church ni kukosesha wafuasi hata imani na wewe. Maana anaweza kukutoa nguo.
Kama pepo zinaongea.
Chana na hizo stories za kuongeleshana na shetani.
Wow, so our time is far much gone. And will you give a parting shot? Your parting shot will be?
As wiki mpya inakam, as the week comes, focus, remain focused. Drought iko, but Bible inasema wenye haki wataishi kwa imani. The righteous shall live by faith. I pray that you move from living by sight or walking by sight and walk by faith. I pray that God will give you grace to understand the times and seasons and to help you to know what to do, who to do it with, when to do it, and how to do it. Because that is very key and very important. Let's not be lost in the side shows that the political class are giving us every other day. Unless you're a politician, please, let's do what we need to do and have food on the table. I also pray that the church will remain focused. Our victory as a church does not mean that we are done. Past victories are known to also be reasons for future failures. When you concentrate so much on past victory, future failure is imminent. You know, in football, when a team celebrates so much their score, it is very easy while they are still in that celebratory mood to be scored against. Wakiwa tu game unaletwa, ball inaletwa katikati, inaanza ikiwa imefululiza moja kwa moja mpaka kwa neti. So we need to be careful as church that we don't score an own goal or we don't allow the enemy to score against us. We are steadfast. We are not overdoing religion, as some people say, in some parts or in some quarters. In fact, we have seen clearly that we are doing it right. Let us pray. Church, wacha kuambiwa ati kanisa imejiingiza kwa siasa, my friend. We will rule this country. We will rule. If we can't get into those offices, we will rule through prayers. We will rule through civic education to our people. Our people need to know their civic rights. Our people need to know what they need to do so that next time they can go and vote in the right leaders. If a leader is not performing, they can actually recall that particular leader. This is very important. This is very, very crucial and critical for every believer to know, because at the end of the day, bad roads, ni wewe Mkristo unasafa. Bad schools, ni wewe. Poor security, ni wewe. Sijui economy imeharibika, ni wewe. We are going to heaven, but we are living in a country called Kenya. We are living in a county called your name, ile county ambao unatoka, the county name. We are living in a ward. You are living in a constituency. So at the end of the day, Christians, rise up, take up the mantle. There is the kingly anointing that rests upon people. If you are graced to be a leader, please don't look back in Jesus' name.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Asante sana, and we apologize for the technical hitch that we had at the start.
Hujaniambia leo niko smart.
You're looking so good.
I've never been
you know we are men, eh? You know men don't tell you, hey, unakaa vizuri. They tell you, umeweza.
You've managed.
You've managed.
Okay.
Yeah, or they start looking at you, huh? Okay.
All right.
But you're looking nice. Asante sana, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And indeed, this has been the Tight Corner. Asante sana for each and every person who joined us. Remember, you can like, comment, share, and ask some questions there. Maybe we'll tackle them in our next show. Asante sana. Until next Saturday, same time, same place. This has been the Tight Corner. Asante sana. Shalom.